Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome yet again to the MC Lang Show. And like we always do it here, we say it as it is. Mzuka Kibao TV is our platform, and thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel and following us on all our social media platforms. I'm happy to be hosting today a man who is going for the shoes of Sisi Nesifuna. His name is Ken Babu. Mheshimiwa, karibu sana kwenye show.
Asante sana Lang Katalang.
Karibu sana. Incoming Senator Nairobi County. Yes.
Asante sana kwa kuni host hapa. Vile umesema mimi naitwa Ken Babu. Na niko kwenye kinyang'anyiro cha kiti cha useneta. Na hatuchukui kiti ya Sifuna. Sifuna tumeangalia ile shughuli amefanya na ile shughuli anazidi kufanya, and we as a people tumeonelea kwamba anaweza kusaidia sana pale juu kudili na hii janga la presidency. Shikane na principles of opposition, waamue tutapanga aje tutoe ule jamaa pale State House. Wakati hiyo inafanyika, mimi nimejipanga, nimeandaa mambo zangu vizuri, na mimi ndo nitakuwa seneta wa 4 la jiji kula Nairobi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let us start from the top. Juzi tumeona katika kaunti yetu ya Nairobi kuna senior officer in the county government ambaye DCI waliraid kwake na wakapata pesa ambayo ilikuwa inaelekea karibu sijui ilikuwa milioni ngapi, but ilikuwa pesa nyingi sana. What does that tell you?
Well, it's unfortunate event that over 250 million can be kept in one individual's house, while the people who are supposed to be benefiting from those funds are actually going through problems. Juu ukiangalia huyu jamaa na ni chief officer wa urban planning. It is through urban planning that we are supposed to address issues around drainage, supposed to address issues around emergencies, we're supposed to address issues of garbage collection. But ukiangalia Nairobi as it is today, matakataka garbage iko kila mahali. Kukinyesha tu mvua kidogo hivi, drainage ndio hizo zimekuwa overwhelmed, maji nabeba watu, biashara zinaharibika. Ukiingia Marikiti pale, wamama wetu pale Marikiti, mvua ikinyesha hawawezi kuingia sokoni because the condition of drainage pale ni mbaya sana. Maji na clog kila mahali, unapata takataka inaingia kwa hiyo maji, sewage zina unblock, zinaingia kwa soko. While all that is happening, mtu ako na responsibility in a docket ya kuangalia maneno yote, amechukua pesa milioni 250 ameweka kwa nyumba. You know, Lang Katalang, wacha niambie watu Nairobi kwamba devolution is one of the progressive form of government that we have as a country. And in the entire Africa, Kenya is blessed to have the 2020 constitution, which gave us the devolved government systems, so that kila mtu aweze kupata ile development, not only from the national government, but hadi kwa county governments. But ni mbaya sana because devolution 10 years later, more than 10 years later, devolution has not lived to its impact. Bado haijafanya ile kazi ambayo ingefaa kufanya. Na ile kitu inafanya devolution na drill ni vitu kama hizi ambazo tunaona. Mtu mmoja anapewa responsibility na wananchi, aangalie masuala zao, take charge of the finances and everything, but instead of focusing on the delivery, yana focus on kukula. They are delivering all government and people projects into their stomachs. And mimi nataka niseme hivi, it is corruption imefanya hii mambo ya devolution haijafanya, haija achieve its impacts. Na unaona governor Sakaja anasema ati reshuffle cabinet akatoa ule jamaa kazi. That is not a solution. That is a solution. We need to know huyu jamaa hii pesa alikuwa nazo ilikuwa za nani? Nanipata?
Na ilitoka wapi?
Nanipata? Na zilikuwa ni za nini? Nanipata? Because county government funds do not come in cash. So they cannot say that hiyo pesa ilitoka kwa Senate ama kwa budget allocation docket ikakuja kwa nyumba yake alikuwa anataka kuileta kwa ofisi. It does not beat logic. So ile kitu kwa hiyo maneno nataka niseme. Devolution must work for the people of Kenya, and devolution must work for people of Nairobi. And that's why mimi nimeangalia vizuri na nimeangalia ile jinsi mambo inavyoendelea. Nikaona kwamba without proper oversight, proper representation and accurate legislation on matters and affairs around Nairobi County, we cannot have the impact of devolution being felt by Nairobians. And that's why I have to give Nairobians an opportunity at the ballot to make a decision.
Okay.
If I'll be their senator and work for them, represent them, offer proper oversight so that such scandalous events like hiyo yenye tuliona juzi zisikuwe zikifanyika kwa ile government takuja.
Still on this event, this particular, scandal, where does floating money come from so that we end up with money stashed in our houses? Number two, what does it tell you about the governance of Sakaja? Would you wish to be a senator under Sakaja, or would you wish somebody else to take over Nairobi so that in as much as oversight is happening, at least it's someone else? The third question, while this was happening, it's happening under the watch of Senator Sifuna. What does that tell you about Sifuna's oversight skills as a senator of Nairobi, in as much as he wants to become president?
So let me say that Governor Sakaja has proven over time that he is not conversant with the management of this county, and this is not the first time. We've seen that with the issues around drainage. We've seen that with the issues around garbage collection. We've seen that with the issues around ECDs and the mismanagement of county resources, and we've seen that with serious corruption scandals that have been happening. So what I can say in that regard, Governor, Nairobi County deserves a fresh blood. Nairobi County deserves a manager. Nairobi County deserves somebody who will come with a clear mindset that this county has been lagging behind for the last 15 years since the inception of devolution. So then it's a time that Nairobians must take time to scrutinize amongst the candidates who have offered themselves for the governor's seats and make a decision that will not take us to where Sakaja has put us. Secondly, on the issue of this stashing and of course all that's around finances, we keep asking ourselves, where do these people get this money? Because there is no way you can have 250 million cash in your house and you pretend that you do not understand or you cannot explain how you got to get how you source this money. So what I want to say about that is there is urgent need of institutional strengthening, so that we have the ESCC, the DCI, the DPP fully strengthened, so that people like Patrick Analo, the chief officer, be held accountable. And I think there is much that he needs to tell Kenyans, as far as Nairobians, of course, as far as this scandal is concerned, because we believe that there is much that has not seen the light of the day yet. Okay. And the governor is probably involved in this matter.
Speaking of the governor being involved in this matter, where there is a smoke, there is a fire. The hearsay is that this money was supposed to bankroll, Linda Mwananchi campaigns. How true is this, and is this something that's come to your desk?
Well, these are, as you've said, there is hearsays. Yeah. These are propaganda that are being peddled by the enemies of progress, and of course, people who are trying to fight Senator Sifuna for having not been able to align with the government agenda. But we want to say that it is not in anybody's interest for Governor Sakaja to fund Linda Mwananchi.
Okay.
Unless he comes out and says that he wanted to fund Linda Mwananchi, and then of course he will have to tell us why would he fund Linda Mwananchi with the funds from the county coffers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, they say that, you seem to have a good grip of what you call party politics, and definitely you have a bus to the Senate. Which bus are you boarding?
I'm running for Nairobi Senate on a DCP ticket.
Okay.
And that is something that has brought conversation outside there. People are asking, how are you running for Nairobi seat on a DCP ticket? You are a Luo. And we've been told that Rigathi Gachagua is a tribalist and DCP is a Kikuyu party. I want to make it on record and tell Kenyans who are watching that I've worked with Rigathi Gachagua before he became the deputy president.
Okay.
I've known Rigathi Gachagua since he was a member of parliament in Madira. By then, I was an employee at Parliament of Kenya, and Gachagua was an MP for Madira. It's at that point that we started interacting, and we've been on conversation. We've been conversing since then. And when DCP came up, I've been part and parcel of it. And there is no single day that Rigathi Gachagua has ever told me to stop associating with that party or get out of that party because I'm a Luo. There is no single day that Rigathi Gachagua has ever told me or said anywhere that you can Babu, you're a Luo, so you don't belong into this party. And nobody around him have ever told me that. And I know people outside there have got their own perception about somebody, but talking as somebody who sits the Gachagua, was sat down with Gachagua one-on-one off the cameras and of course in cameras, I can tell you that he's not the person people imagine that he is. But because of nature of our politics, people must brand you in a certain way for their agendas to be pushed. People must give you a certain cloth to wear so that they can get justification to beat you. People must give you a name so they can justify why they are fighting and beating you. But I want to make it clear to Kenyans that, and of course the people from my community, the Luo community, that still you have a chance in DCP. There is a chance for the Luo community in DCP, just as Luyas and Masais have got a chance in DCP. Equally so, the Luo community have got a chance in DCP, and I want to show you that as an aspirant and of course a potential candidate of DCP senatorial seat in Nairobi, and of course by virtue of that I'm the senior most Luo member of the party. I want to assure my community that things are going to get better, and their space and their place in that party will soon be as big as that of Kikuyus as well, as that of Masais as well, and as that of Luyas, because that is a national party, and Rigathi Gachagua has been clear on record times and times that the party is open for everybody who intends to join the party, those who intend to associate with the party. So the misconception and myth around Rigathi Gachagua's tribal acceleration and everybody keeps talking about it, there is nothing like that. And if there is, then it is not a war between Rigathi Gachagua and the Luos. Yes.
The Eagle Eye has it that, DCP has lost quite a number of by-elections in the recent past. What makes you feel that the future will hold down for what you call victory for the DCP party in various seats within the country?
DCP has not
I'm
lost...
not becoming pessimistic.
DCP hasn't lost many by-elections. DCP has participated in... that was Narok... Kisa East, Nairobi, Emburu Adikir.
Was it Meru?
No, in Mbere, that was not DCP, that was DP.
Okay.
That was DP.
Okay.
That was the party led by Justin Muturi.
Okay.
And now DCP is participating in Olkalau. So far DCP has participated in 5 by-elections. The by-elections that they've gone to the ballot are 5. And they DCP won in Narok town, DCP won in Kisa East, DCP won in Nairobi, Kariobangi.
Definitely.
And DCP is going to win in Olkalau. So out of the five by-elections that we've participated in as a party,
Yes.
at least we bagged 4. And we are going to bag the 5th one on the 16th of July. So I can tell you it's a promising factor. And if you look at Emburu Adikir, DCP coming into the play barely 2 months into elections, and coming number 2 with a difference of around 8,000 votes, should tell you something. And remember, that's the backyard of the sitting president. It should tell you a communication that in the event that we go to 2027 elections, where everybody is now concentrating on their seats, the party will garner more members of parliament, even in areas that are not imaginable. And that's why I'm still urging and I'm still telling my people from my community, do not allow yourselves to be dragged into tribal war and tribal differences. You know me, I cannot say that I'm going to hate on Kikuyus or hate on Rigathi Gachagua or hate on DCP or whatever it is, because of the differences that were between Kikuyus and Luos in the 1969. I was not there.
Sure.
Why should that be my problem?
You're right.
I don't know what transpired between Jaramogi and Kenyatta behind the cameras. We only know what we are told. So as a young person who also has an ambition, who also look into the future,
Sure.
If you want me to hate on Kikuyus that Kikuyus are tribal, please tell me which Kikuyu you are referring to, because I have Kikuyu friends, which some of them are very good friends of mine, and we support each other.
Sure.
So you can't just tell me that these people are bad. Tell me who exactly are you referring to. And if you are referring to Mwangi and Mwangi is here, I tell him, Mwangi, you are bad. If it's confirmed that Mwangi is a tribalist, then we do away with Mwangi as a person, not writing off an entire community. So that is the position, and I think leaders who are propagating the tribal war and tribal attacks on different leaders, and of course towards elections, should be much aware of the consequences. It cannot be something that we are willing to take as a country.
Okay. Yeah. Ken Babu, Nairobi, county aspirant for the seat of Senate. Your DCP party seems to have a problem with the president and not the presidency. Does the impeachment have something to do with the bottom contention?
As something to what?
Impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. Has it held it personal on the president, so that at some point,
Rigathi cannot have issue with the presidency, because presidency is an office, but the president is the holder of that office. Get that? Rigathi Gachagua has had issues with how William Ruto was running the country. An individual. If William was not the president, he wouldn't have issues with the presidency.
He's not the first senior public officer to be impeached. We've had other impeachments before, so it's a legal process. Why does it seem to eat him, down so much? That is the question we're asking. I know he's your party leader.
Any Kenyan who was here, who was alive during that process, would tell you that it was a shunned process. Because if my grandma in the village, somewhere in Kanyawegi, is being told that she voted to impeach Rigathi Gachagua, my grandma just heard about Rigathi Gachagua recently, when a photo of mine appeared in one of the family group chats. That's when she realized that there's somebody called Rigathi Gachagua. Then it means that she did not participate in his impeachment. Okay. But Kenya Kwanza wants to make us believe that that old woman participated in saying that Rigathi Gachagua should go home.
Sorry for that, Babu. Now, you want to contest for Nairobi Senate seat against quite a number of big boys, including, I'll mention them in my show because they're definitely also aspirants. We have Jalang'o from Lang'ata. I think we have Bolo, and then we have you. I think the three of you are, let me say, the leading contenders in this. What is your constituency? We know Jalang'o will bag a few votes from, about 100% from Lang'ata. Bolo has his UDA constituency. Which constituency are you bringing into this, contest?
When you talk about constituency is a very big conversation.
Backyard,
of course.
Bedroom.
Yeah. Oh, of course, yeah. Bedroom. Unajua mimi ni mtu wa hii mtaa. Mimi ni mtu wa hii town. Unanipata? Mimi I was born and bred in this town.
Okay.
I've lived through Kasarani. I've been in Kasarani for a very long time. I've created my base there. I've lived in this Embakasi. Hapa Umoja nimekaa hapa miaka mingi sana.
Your name was also featured in student politics at some point.
Niko na vijana wangu hapa. Na mimi nimekuwa kwa student leadership all my life in the university.
Sure.
Nikisema tu mbaya, hii town itafungwa na vijana wale ambao tumekaa nao shule.
Yeah.
So I can guarantee you that I have a significant constituency to take to the table and say that this is our time. Okay. But I will tell you black and white that this race is maybe if I look at the people you've mentioned, unless Sifuna comes back to the race, otherwise there's no.
So you're sure of Jalas and Bolo definitely?
No. Bolo, what are you talking about? Bolo kijana mdogo ameingia siasa juzi bwana. Kuja juzi anaanza kupia kelele. Bado apoe. Next time I saw you hosted him here. Next time I kuja mwambie apoe. Mwambie apoe. Akuje in my political academy ni muoneshe how politics is done. Yeah, because kama Jalang'o alimguza tu kidogo pale Lang'ata. Anataka kupiga nduru, anataka kujikojolea kwa longi. Wewe mtu unaweka kwa hesabu kwa meza mahali watu wanaongea mambo ya city politics.
Okay.
So no. You get Bolo out of the question. Jalas maybe we can start negotiating with Radio Africa to start getting him some slots in the back in the studio. Because I can tell you, I'm telling you this black and white.
Yes.
Nitakuwa senator wa 4 wa Nairobi County. I will be the fourth senator of the city. I will be the fourth senator.
Kuna mtu anatazama sasa hivi anauliza Ken Babu utapitia wapi? Now the typical Kenyan that I know huwa wanauliza aspirants, unataka kuwa senator wa Nairobi, ni nini ambao umefanyia watu wa Nairobi kwanza kabla tukupe kiti cha senate?
Just like I said, I have a very huge constituency around the student leadership.
Okay.
Those are people who will not ask me what I've done for them
Okay.
because they know what I've done. 2, it is the responsibility of people in power to do something, not people out of power. Get? That's why when somebody like Jalang'o is coming, he should not come and start giving us stories. Anafaa tuambie mimi mlipea watu Lang'ata walipea responsibility, nimefanya 1 2 3. Juzi liona watu Lang'ata were on the streets demonstrating against him. Why? Because of poor leadership. Nanipata?
Okay.
Misrepresentation in parliament, poor oversight. A member of parliament is elected to oversight the national government, sio kukua an extension of the president. Nanipata? So if people of Lang'ata are saying South Sea, wanasema hizi buildings zinajengwa hapa zinaua watu wetu, hizi buildings zinajengwa hapa zinaua watu wetu, hii barabara ni mbaya, hapa drainage ni poor, and then they go to the streets to demonstrate, and then their MP comes with guns, get that, and stones them. Nanipata? That is such a person that you cannot say that you can give an opportunity to oversight a county with more than 10 billion. Nanipata? Nairobi County gets around 15 billion. You cannot say that you are going to give Jalang'o an opportunity to oversight all that if he has not been able to do the little things at Lang'ata. So what I'm saying is maybe we can talk to Radio Africa and start slotting our brother so that he's a family man. He should not lack something to earn. And of course, the others that we've mentioned, we shall talk about them next year, September.
Okay.
Yeah, in the absence of Senator Sifuna and the rest, mimi nitakuwa seneta wa 4
wa
Nairobi County.
His name is Ken Babu. I was calling him initially. I called him aspiring, and seems like he's the incoming. Can I continue to call him incoming?
Of course.
Incoming
In
senator
fact, you know, Sifuna Sai is a principal.
Sure.
I am the shadow senator of Nairobi County.
Oh my goodness. Ushaanza kazi tayari.
I am the shadow senator. Hata sasa umeona nimekuja hapo na bag, hiyo bag yangu imebeba vitu mbili. Biblia na constitution. Naweza kula kiapo wakati popote. Anytime naweza lishwa kiapo na vijana hii town, mambo wewe sasa ingia kazi. Sasa hii mambo imeharibika.
That is Ken Babu. Now, Nairobi politics is a tribal card every other time. Now we have 3 laws vying for the seat of Senate. What signal does that send to you as an aspirant?
What I would say is we have 3 laws vying for the seat of Senate. And remember, UD and ODM in the spirit of broad base will only give me 1 opponent. And of the 2, I've told you that I can't see anybody who is matching my energy. So I would, whoever they will pick, I will use him to mop the floor of the city by 6 a.m. Before even the IBC chairperson wakes up.
Yes, sure, true.
The returning officer ought to have announced Ken Babu as the senator. Now, this is what happens. Nairobi will narrow down to government versus opposition. That is the direction. It will narrow down to us versus the government. And if you look at the political history since 1963, there is no day government has ever controlled the city.
Since time immemorial. Okay, since devolution. We've seen Nairobi governor and the presidency work together. DCP doesn't seem to like the president as much. But there's that hearsay that definitely, or rather there's facts have it, that President Ruto could get back to State House.
Which facts?
We have the polls.
Your facts is not my facts.
We have the polls all over.
Which polls? So
Babu, are you not checking on the polls?
You know, if you check on the polls, you also verify the source of the polls. Do you guys do polls here?
We don't.
We don't. So which polls are you talking about?
President William Ruto is a front runner.
The latest polls from Infotrack said that cumulative possibility of the opposition getting presidency were about 67%. Against President Ruto's 35.
But now narrow it down to individual contestants.
We get that, 35. We cannot narrow it down to individual because President Ruto was measured, as an individual, he was measured against the 5.
Okay.
So we put it in block and tell him that if these 5 people sit together, it is 67%. You are home. Get.
What are the gaps?
Let me tell you. Nairobi politics, you've said that the governor has been working with the president. You should ask yourself, why? In fact, the union between the marriage between the governor and the president is what has led us to 250 million being stashed in somebody's house. because the president, the governor feels some level of security from the state house. So then they can just decide and misuse and do whatever they want with the money. Get that? So that's why we are saying this race is a very significant race to Kenyans and Nairobians, and we must use it to change the trajectory.
Yeah.
This county must feel the in-depth of devolution. This county must feel the need, the impact, why we have devolution.
Sure.
We cannot say that 15 years down the line, 2010 to 2026, devolution has not been able to achieve what it was meant to achieve.
Okay.
Get that? We still don't have proper roads, proper medication.
Sure.
But we've had governors come in and go. And when they leave the office, they leave as billionaires. We have to put a stop.
Okay.
And that will happen in 2027. This election is very significant for us. This election, we are going to the ballot not to elect politicians, but we are going there to elect good health, good education system. We are going to elect corruption-free government. We are going to elect men and women of integrity, people who can lead us, people who can give directions, and people who can lead a country without the thirst and anger to steal at any given opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why Ruto must go. Because all of all the things I've mentioned, he doesn't fit anywhere.
Someone will ask, can Babu once become senator for Nairobi? Can you map Nairobi for us? Take at least a minute to map Nairobi for us. Because while mapping Nairobi, you'll be able to know whether you know the elements that this city is actually going through.
Mapping Nairobi, you mean in terms of constituency distribution?
Yes.
Well, Nairobi has got 17 constituencies with 85 wards in it, with different ethnic communities, rising from Kikuyus, Luyas, Luos, Kambas, and then some few Kalenjin somewhere around Lang'ata. So what of the 17 constituencies, there's a way in which they are distributed. And if you map out in terms of ethnic alignment or all that, you realize that they are evenly distributed. You will get Mathare, Ruaraka, Kasarani partly are largely, Kibra and Lang'ata are largely dominated by the people from my community.
Okay.
And you get part of Embakasi East, then you get Embakasi West, South, and Embakasi West, Central and North, dominantly watu ya mlima.
Yeah.
And then you come here, utapata hapa watu hapa Embakasi South, utapata Wakisii na Wakamba wako pale. And of course, if you go to the other side of Kileleshu, Dagoretti North, Dagoretti South, you'll get a mixture of Kisiis and Luyas and of course what do you call Kikuyus. Kiki hapa Westlands utapata Waluya wamekita kambi pale. Sure. So of the 17 constituencies, there is Kinyapo Kamukunji utapata Walalo, Starehe. It's a mixed group because that's where business happens. You'll get everybody in Starehe. So what I would say, we should not map it down in terms of tribe or ethnic accreditation. What we need to do is to map the county in terms of challenges they are facing.
What are the gaps?
And propose possible solutions.
Okay, sure.
Sitting in as the senator of Nairobi County, I would say that the biggest problem this county is facing is corruption. Because if we seal the corruption gaps, corruption loopholes that we are having, then we'll have a lot of things flowing. Talking about drainage, talking about garbage maintenance, talking about water supply, talking about power supply. All these things can be put into alignment if the budget that has been allocated for them actually goes into doing what exactly was allocated. Because for in the situation of that Patrick Analo, which is the current case study, 250 million placed into maybe maintenance of garbage collection or let's say drainage ramification and all that. It is money that will do a lot for the county. But now we see, due to thirst and too much greed, get that corruption has taken over, and all this money is going to individuals' pocket. So the biggest problem that we must address head on as a county is the ghost of corruption.
You're right.
we must deal with it. And that means that whoever will become the governor must be ready for a marathon, because I'm not going to be a joke.
Okay. In terms of numbers, Ken Babu, you know the mapping of Nairobi in terms of which votes are where. You have to sit with definitely our Kikuyu brothers or our Kalenjin brothers or definitely our Kisi brothers. They're also a good number. What is your leverage?
My leverage is, first let me tell you that recently we had the Tuko Card initiative, which personally I participated fully in it to mobilize young people, my colleagues, my peers whom we were within the university. And let me tell you, since I declared my interest to run for this seat, many young people have registered as voters in Nairobi County.
Okay.
Because of one motivation. Ken Babu will be on the ballot.
Sure.
This has been a man we've seen. These are our colleague. We've seen him rise. We've seen him go through the trenches. And the time has come that he's offered himself to be part of the leadership that we've been looking for. We are going to vote for him. And I can tell you that if you look at that majority of young people registered as voters across the country, including Nairobi, they were motivated by the fact that young people whom they can resonate with are willing to be on the ballot and offer an alternative leadership. So I can tell you that I'm enjoying a good support from my colleagues.
Okay.
And of course, by virtue of our nature of our politics, it will narrow down to government versus opposition. It will narrow down to government versus opposition. I told you that earlier on.
Sure.
So when you go that direction, you know what will happen. I don't want to mention what will happen to my opponents. I don't want to mention how, you know, if I mention here, they might
Run away.
They might run away, but I want them at the ballot. I want to deal with them at the ballot, black and white, square.
Everyone is wondering because we have Kenyans who believe that you're a very vocal person. Secondly, you have the requisite, policies for you to get to Senate. But then again, there's this part that is left out. Akona pesa. Akona pesa.
Which is a very critical. A very critical element.
Anataka Senate lakini akona pesa because definitely there's a budget that you have to part with.
Yeah.
I know the party is not going to fund you because the party equally needs some funds. I don't want to ask you where you're getting your money from, but do you believe that you have what it takes to bankroll your campaigns as the next senator of Nairobi?
Let me tell you, the best campaigns that have ever happened to the best candidates who are people-oriented are always financed by the people.
Okay.
If you look at the case study of Obama in the US, get that? Those are people who are financed by the people, the ground. And I can tell you that it is already happening. And by the way, I want to thank our supporters here.
Sure.
Those who have shown support, those who have supported us in helping in convening meetings, those who have sent us something through our accounts to keep us moving, those who have ensured that we have some few brandings. I just want to say thank you because this is something you are doing out of heart. You are doing with less expectation. You are doing it with the hope that this leadership will actually restore the dignity of the Nairobi County, just as we keep saying, and our mantra goes, Ken Babu, Senator 047, # restoring the dignity. I want to say thank you, and I want to urge you to keep supporting, because this is not my journey alone. This is our journey, and the best traveled journey is that which everybody is contributing to the safari, and everybody is playing part, and everybody owns a share. Everybody can say that I contributed to the growth or to the win of this leadership. And I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you so much. Keep supporting, keep reaching out, and whatever it is that you feel you can support with our campaigns and our movement around Nairobi County, it's not going in vain. One day you will appreciate having participated in that process. So my brother, just to answer you, most of our things that we are doing are people financed.
Okay.
People financed.
Okay.
Sisi bado vijana wadogo hatuna maziwa. Lakini watu wanasema nyinyi ndio tunataka mkue pale. So tunawaambia kama mnataka tukue pale, mtuweke pale. So as it goes.
thanks for shedding light, because there's a particular youth out there who is equally visionary, but they fear coming out to contest because
Definitely.
of the money thing.
Definitely,
So
yeah.
at least your word to them means a lot.
Sure.
Exactly. Let me digress a bit to party issues before we wind up. Malala Rigathi, their here says that Malala is out of DCP. Secondly, they have issues within the party because of the SecGen position. Can you shed some light, because now that you're a senior member of the party, you're in a better position?
Politics survives on propaganda and PR. And that is what's happening right now. Until Rigathi Gachagua comes out and be on record that he himself and Malala are having issues, treat any other thing as a propaganda. Until Malala comes out and say that he himself and Rigathi Gachagua are disagreeing and is leaving, or he has left the party, treat any other thing as PR and propaganda. Watu ya UDA na Kenya Kwanza can do anything to try make people look like they are not in agreement, to try cause a spurge and of course paint a picture that people are not moving on well. But unfortunately for them, 2027 watakula upepo.
Ken Babu, your last words to the youth out there that are also aspiring to be leaders of both today and tomorrow, because it's generational. The current generation is fading away. It is our time to take over. What message do you have for the youth who are equally eyeing positions of leadership?
Well, thank you so much. 2027 elections are a defining moment for us as young people. And I would say, I keep saying that in 1963, our forefathers, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, Jomo Kenyatta, and their team, they fought the Muzungu to give us independence. And indeed, they brought us independence. Fast forward, the likes of Raila Odinga and Paul Mwite, Kenneth Stanley, Njindo Matiba, and their team, they fought to give us what we called a multi-party democracy. And today we have different political parties, and everybody has got freedom to join and of course leave and join other parties. Then Raila Odinga again and his team, Mwai Kibaki, and all those who participated in that process disagreed and agreed, and they brought us devolution 2010. I mean, the devolution and the new constitution 2010. They played a role to that. And today, courtesy of the new constitution, we've got a lot of human rights, freedom of expression, association. We've got a document in the name of constitution that protects us, gives us a space to operate. So the question is, what is my generation going to stand for? What will be what shall we be quoted for? That Ken Babu and his team came up and fought for this. So what we are saying is, ours is to ensure that there is economic liberation of this country, economic liberation of young people, economic liberation of our parents, economic liberation of the entire country. And that is our call, that's our rallying call, that's our mantra. And that's why sisi tunasema our agenda ni hope. We are ensuring that there is quality and adequate health care. There is enough opportunities for young people and all Kenyans. And we are ensuring that there is prosperity in each and everything we do, economically, socially, and politically. And of course, we are ensuring, and we are going to ensure that there is adequate and relevant education. Relevant education. Not hii kitu yenye tuko nayo sahi ya CBE yenye mzazi ajui anafanya, mwalimu ajui anafunza nini, mtoto pia ajui anafunzwa nini. Mtoto aelewi, mwalimu aelewi, mzazi aelewi. So get that. A young parent like myself, mimi ndo nimekuwa mwalimu. Mtoto anapewa assignment shuleni, mimi ndo nafanya. Mwalimu sasa kazi yake ni kuangalia tu mzazi wako alifanya nini. So I fail to understand between me and the kid who is learning. Unanipata? So there is total confusion. Sasa sisi, that is what we are pushing, and my generation will remain on record for having delivered economic liberation of our young people.
I understand.
That's why tunasema Nairobi Senator 2027 ni Ken Babu. And with Ken Babu, we are restoring the dignity of the city. We are restoring the dignity of our women. We are restoring the dignity of the young people, and we are restoring the dignity of Kenyan leadership, shaping the future, remaining focused, and ensuring that the future holds us accountable. Thank you.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa, for that. We're winding up, and as usual, we usually, wind up in style. I'm going to mention a few names. You just echo one name, and we finish the show. Matiang'i, Maraga, Kalonzo, Sifuna, and yes, those few. Echo one name. Just one name is enough.
You said Matiang'i, Maraga, Sifuna, and Kalonzo. You can't mention Sifuna without mentioning Kalonzo as well. That's a ticket. That's the ticket, man. That is the ticket. What are you talking about?
So which is your ticket? Sifuna and Kalonzo.
What are you talking about? If you go with the four you've mentioned, you cannot mention Kalonzo and leave Sifuna outside. Okay. And you cannot mention Sifuna and leave Kalonzo outside. If you go with the four, Matiang'i, Sifuna, Maraga, and Kalonzo. Yeah, so that is trying to say that a woman is pregnant with triplets. And you want them to raise one and leave the other one in the womb for another 9 months. Okay. It is not possible. It's impossible.
Okay, let me be mischievous. Let me add Rigathi Gachagua to the list.
But now if you add Rigathi Gachagua, then it means that this question can only be answered tomorrow in the evening. It means
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. That has been incoming Senator for Nairobi, Honorable Ken Babu. Asante sana mheshimiwa kwa kuja kwenye show, and thank you so much for honoring our invitation to come to the MC Lang Talang show.
Asante sana MC Lang Katalang.
We wish you well.
Asante.
Thank you.
One time.